Oscar Wilde, James Baldwin, David Hockney, Frida Kahlo, Lil Richard, Sophie. What do all these people have in common? No, don't answer, I'll tell you. As well as being icons and trailblazers in their respective creative fields, they're also all raging queers. Ask any queer person and they'll tell you, queerness and creativity have a connection.
Queerness and creativity have a connection.
And this connection isn't anything new, with evidence of queerness in art dating as far back as the Upper Paleolithic period, 50,000 years ago. And the evidence doesn't end there, with Arts Council England reporting in 2022 that 13% of their employees identify as queer, a much higher ratio than the 3.2% of people who identify as such in England and Wales. And look to any art school across the UK and you'll find a high proportion of queer students strutting their stuff as they walk into class about an hour and a half late. And that's why I've come here, to London College of Fashion. And I'm here to ask the students what they think about this and to find out more about this connection. Join me, Maggie Zine, as I cover queer creativity. Are you queer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
What's your practice?
I'm a fashion photographer.
Creative direction. I study fashion photography.
I study fashion journalism.
I do costume.
And do you think your creativity and your queerness are related?
Lots of my work is through a feminist lens, and I feel like that feminism comes from a place of my queerness and wanting, I feel like I just love women, so
Yeah.
I feel like that does influence my work a lot. I don't like designing for men, guys, sorry. That is not my portfolio.
I feel like it affects how I photograph and interact with a team on a shoot, and it impacts how I photograph men and women and then queer individuals as well.
I think it's more so being more personable with other people and stuff. I feel like queer people are a lot more they've got better interpersonal skills. They're a little bit more accepting of other people and stuff. So it's a little bit more, I don't know, inclusive whenever you're talking to people and stuff.
Yeah.
People are a little bit more
Do you think your queerness and your practice are related?
No, not really, I don't think.
Fair.
But I think that they can be informative to others. I think not so much for me.
Do you think you come across more queer people in creative spaces?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
100%, yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Fashion in London, 100%.
Would you have any theories as to why?
I think that queer people are very good at expressing themselves and very expressionate people in general, so they end up gravitating to more creative, pathways.
I feel like the queer community is quite creative.
Gay people are more creative.
Why?
I don't know. I think maybe we're forced to be more creative. We're kind of put into spaces with interests that invoke creativity.
I think queer people find a way to harbour their creativity a lot sooner because it becomes almost an outlet for a lot of people, and they're sort of able to be the person they see themselves as queer.
People do naturally gravitate to ways, if society isn't accepting them, they want to gravitate to ways that they can express their identity, and I feel like art is the natural place that people start, whether that's fashion, whether whatever. I think how people dress is very influenced by their beliefs and who they are as individuals. So I think the queerness there, definitely, these spaces will always be dominated by queer people.
The consensus is clear. Queerness and creativity do have a connection, but this connection is unique to each queer person. There is a rich history of queer art, often created as a form of resilience, and now, as our community is coming under attack once again, we're doing just that. During times of hardship, queer people soldier on, push through, and come out of it on the other side. And that's what we're going to keep on doing.
I feel like for me, my practice is more connected to being a woman and femininity and those kinds of gazes. I think that's something that's a bit more prominent in my life.
You're beeping.
I'm beeping. Oh, I have a timer on. I don't know what for.
Well, time's up.
Time's up.
And that's time's up on your life. Get out.